Tornado McCray, or in this case, Marmalade, on the HFT podcast. And actually, my partner is on the way. My homeboy's on the way right now. Had to take care of something, but hopefully, all of y'all are doing well. Y'all had a great New Year's. Y'all had a great Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever holiday you celebrate. Hope it was fantastic for y'all. And truth be told, I've been all right. Been having a whole lot of stuff go down. If you follow me on YouTube or if you've been watching my YouTube channel, you noticed December, November took kind of a dip in terms of my production. Truth be told, your boy moved. Your boy moved, had a whole ring of stuff happening. So had to get that situated and whatnot. Now I'm back. And the plan going forward, at least I can speak to this. I think my co-host will agree, is to get back to being consistent with the HEFT podcast. I'm in the same time zone as him now. So you guys should be expecting more live streams and more videos when this goes up on YouTube and everything of that nature. So hopefully you guys can stick around and enjoy that. And if you love just two knuckleheads talking about football, or our other podcast, Jam and Marmalade, we talk about just nonsense in general. I think you're in for a treat, man. I think you're in for a treat. As far as where he is at, handling family business. He said he's on the way. He says he's on the way. So I have faith that my boy is in the way, or on the way. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, today was a hectic day for me because of, sorry, I can hear myself. But a part of my day, due to the fact that I moved, I accidentally packed up my camera, my webcam. And I was searching high and low, just trying to find a new webcam. And I'm upset. I think I'm upset with a lot of y'all. I don't know how many of y'all bought webcams for over the holidays for your loved ones or whatever the case may be, but I found like 3 options of cameras, both at Best Buy, Walmart, Office Depot of all places, and Target. Like each one of them only had 3 options or 4 options worth of cameras. So trying to find one up to the standard of my previous camera was really, really hard. Y'all put me in some slim pickings, bro. They put me in some very slim pickings. I don't appreciate that. Really don't. But thankfully, everything was able to be copacetic. And if you guys haven't by chance, make sure you guys are following both myself at Tornado McCray and my co-host Ricebox26 on Twitch and YouTube. I know he's been streaming a lot more over on Twitch. I am going to start to do that a lot more this year. That is the plan. Don't hold me to it. I love doing offline recording videos too, but I'll probably, to make it easier on myself, will do live streams and then just edit those live streams. I think it's the easiest way to go about doing it, rather than having to record offline, do stuff offline, edit offline. Whereas if I get all y'all who pay attention on the live stream, and then the ones who are only my YouTube family, y'all still get your content too. So everybody wins. Everybody wins in that scenario. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Where is this man? Ooh, excuse me, y'all. I apologize about that. Was not intended to be that way, but I have no idea where he could be. I wish, if there's anybody in this chat, or I can't even see if there's anybody in my chat or commenting right now, to be truthful, because I want to know and interact with some of y'all. in the meantime while we're trying to build this up. But before we get there, oh no, y'all dig this? Y'all dig the Across the Spider-Verse background? I I probably watched that movie mm, close to 73 times now. It was my favorite movie of 2023, bro. Like I've watched that movie on repeat more than I did Into the Spider-Verse. It What can I say, bro? I just enjoy the movie. I think it's really fun. And I can't wait for Beyond the Spider-Verse to drop. Hopefully it's still dropping this year. I know the writer strike pushed it back, but hopefully it's still dropping this year. I would definitely like to see that. Uh, how am I viewing my what? Do I have any viewers on here? Nobody? Mm. Th- Says I got a viewer right now. I don't know if that's myself or anybody else. I hope it's not myself. That would be kind of lame if I'm being honest. Have you ever done that? I knew a guy once who on his Instagram had a post and his only like came from himself. I felt really bad for that guy. And the reason being is because I'm looking at him like, bro, not you're better off just not posting it at all. You're better off or just not double tapping on yourself at all. You know what I mean? Because now you look desperate for the attention, for the notifications. Now I won't. It it doesn't bode well. It doesn't bode well. It does not bode well. However, let's see. Wow. My boy just read the message, so hopefully he's on the way. He is doing everything he needs to do to get in here. But also, I'm gonna put this out there for anybody who's curious or anybody who wants. Like, if you want to get in on these podcasts, or if you want to chime in on your opinions on football, create a conversation and a dialogue for us, let us know, bro. Let us know, and we'll do everything to try and get you on here because I know sometimes everybody doesn't just want to hear my voice. Everybody might not just want to hear Joel's voice. Everybody wants a piece of the action. I know a lot of people have differing opinions and different viewpoints, and that's what makes this community and what makes everything really cool and really unique. Because what I think about football and what you think about football can be two different things. And don't let those who think about European football jump in the mix because then they'll say what we believe is football is not football at all, which I mean, they're not wrong, but that's a whole can of worms and so on and so forth. But overall, it's been pretty cool to build this up over the last year. I don't know if y'all have seen, but like for me personally, the last year has been kind of cool seeing my YouTube take off little by little. It hasn't been a whole lot, but it has been slowly building the foundation. And anybody who is watching this video who's put in on that, I greatly thank you. Greatly thank you for all the support and the love there. And I know Ricebox will feel the same way because we do this as a hobby, as something we enjoy doing. Would we love to get paid for it? Absolutely. Absolutely. Don't get it twisted. I would love to be paid for doing this. I would love to be paid for doing this. But if I don't get paid, I still have fun. I still have fun doing this. That's the whole point. I think a lot of people get lost in the sauce because their only reason for doing certain things is because they want to get paid for doing it. If you truly love something, you'll do it without being paid. Do we want to get paid for doing something we love? All the time. All the time. But I'm still going to do something I love even if I'm not getting paid for it. I play basketball, football, baseball, regardless of whether I'm paid to do so. And with this whole YouTube thing and streaming and Twitch, I think a lot of people get lost in that world and don't realize you're doing this because you enjoy making content, or you doing this just to try and make an easy, lazy check. It's neither here nor there. Jeez, where is this man? Where is this guy? Send him another invite just to be safe, but see what happens. Mm-mm-mm. Bro, I feel like this is when you're doing the school project and your partner just doesn't show up or is like cutting it close to showing up for class, and you have to stall the teacher to before everything's due. It's just like, man, where are you? I'm trying to check something real quick. Anybody? Okay. Side note. Side note. Side note. Side note. Hopped out of there, so we good. But side note, I'm gonna give y'all a gaming I'm going to give y'all a gaming recommendation. If you've never played, I highly, highly, highly recommend playing Wolfenstein 1 or 2 or 3. Technically, I have 4 because I got Wolfenstein, and this is all on my PS5, my PS4. Because you got Wolfenstein, what's that? New Order, Wolfenstein New Colossus, Wolfenstein Youngblood, and then there's a prequel I also got. And right now I actually played 2 first because it was the only one available at the time. I just finished 1. Now I'm doing the prequel, and then I'm gonna do Youngblood, which is the final one, which is after 2. I know it's weird. I'm all over the place with it. Sue me. That's the way the games came out. I really don't care. I really don't care. Part of me is tempted to game for y'all while we wait for him to pull up. I'm very tempted. Very, very tempted. But I guarantee you by the time I pull up the game and then everything's loaded and he's ready and I have everything set, he's gonna barge in. He's gonna, like the Kool-Aid man, just barge in through the door. And I'm just be like, but I was ready though. So I'm holding on for y'all. I'm holding on. We waiting on him. I don't know what conversation is taking place. He said he was on the way. And this is why I need more co-hosts. This is why I need more co-hosts, man, because now I'm just talking to y'all, and I'm not even gaming. I'm not even doing anything. Nobody's commenting. I don't have a large enough following to make this engaging. I don't. So what we might do, watch. You know what? Let's watch it. Let's watch a little YouTube. We're gonna watch a little YouTube while we wait. Let's do that. Let's do that. We might just do that. So we're gonna watch a little YouTube, and we're gonna watch. Let's see. Can I not do these layouts by myself? Whoa. Okay, I don't know what that was. I was just trying to watch YouTube, bro. Dang. Can't even do that. I guess not. I guess not, bro. This is maddening. So until my partner comes in, I'm limited on the things I can and cannot do. This is sickening. Or maybe I just don't know how to work this stuff. That's a possibility. Let's do that. All right, y'all. There we go. There we go. Oh, not it was already playing. Yo. Not it was already playing. All right. So until our partner comes in, we're gonna watch top 20 best movies of the decade. I'm with that.
My name is Max.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the best movies released from 2014 to 2023. As exceptional as Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is, we're only focusing on live-action films.
Boo.
I wish I could shield you from the knowledge that you did what you did, but your sister is dead.
Okay.
Number 20, Oppenheimer.
Well, the purpose of this institute is to provide a haven for independent minds.
I did not watch that movie this year.
That's you.
I did
You are
not.
the man for the job.
I didn't watch that
One
movie
half
this
of
year.
2023's most celebrated movie meme, Oppenheimer surprised many prognosticators with its almost billion-dollar gross worldwide. At 3 hours long and without a lot of conventional action, it might not
3
have seemed
hours?
like an obvious blockbuster. But that's what Christopher Nolan does. He makes great movies that usually make a whole lot of money. This biographical drama about the life of J. Robert Oppenheimer is exactly that. In fact, the AV Club called it Nolan's best movie yet, which, if you look at his impressive filmography, is no easy feat.
3 hours though. I mean, not that it's like I've watched 3-hour movies before, so I guess I can't complain too much.
Number 19, Whiplash.
Ooh. Bro, I saw that movie for the first time this year. Oh my God.
Not quite my tempo.
That movie.
And now we go from a
It's
movie with a
fantastic.
$100
If you
million
never watched
budget
it,
about the
watch
man who
that
built the
movie.
atomic bomb to a film with a $3.3 million budget about an aspiring drummer and his emotionally sadistic band conductor. Whiplash
that
is a
movie.
much smaller film, but in a way, it's no less explosive. The intense psychological battle between teacher and student brings a true intensity to every frame. The performances of Miles Teller and J.K. Simmons, the latter of whom won the Oscar, play off each other like two master jazz musicians in tune and on tempo.
I will say that
There are no two words.
the only complaint I might have,
harmful
it felt
than good job.
Number 18,
maybe
The
a little
Batman.
fast-paced.
The officer.
Just watched that recently, like 2 weeks ago.
Okay, sir.
Robert
You let him in
Pattinson
here?
stepped up. I
There
didn't
have
think he would
been
be that great
plenty
as
of Batman
as a
movies
Batman
made
or
over
Bruce
the last
Wayne.
35 years.
I was
A
wrong.
number of them rank among the best
I
superhero
will
movies
say I
ever.
was wrong.
So, did we honestly need another one in 2022? Technically, no. But who are we to complain when the result is another triumph? This tale of the Caped Crusader came from a slightly different angle,
And it was
taking
very
a film
different.
noir/detective movie approach to the story and the character of the Batman. Director Matt Reeves made this film his own, showing that there are still many fresh places to take this iconic character.
I'm not safe here.
Facts.
I can take care of myself.
Number 17, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
I'm doing everything I
just
can
started to
to
hear
track
about this
him
movie.
down. I don't think
I'm surprised
those
it went as under the
billboards is
radar as
very
it did.
fair.
Frances McDormand stars as Mildred Hayes, a woman who lost her daughter to a violent
Uh-oh.
crime. When the
Hold up.
investigation into her daughter's
Hold
case
up,
goes
people.
nowhere, Mildred rents through.
Hold up, people. Hold up, people. I think we have a rice box that has appeared in our midst.
I am here doing
We
the
have-
things and the
We have a
places
rice
and
box
stuff.
that has appeared in our midst. I've had to entertain these fools for 20 minutes.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you had to do
that. They didn't want to hear about my life story. They don't care about me like that.
Listen, bro. Listen, bruv.
They don't love me like that. I don't get retirement tours around here. I don't give
I
them.
feel like that's messed up. I feel like
I
they should enjoy you like that. They don't make no sense to me.
I gave them a whole update on my life. Told them I moved. Was telling them about some video games that they should check out and whatnot. And then we just started watching YouTube. What was funny was I said I would stream, or I should play a game while we were waiting on you. And I was like, watch, as soon as I load this game up, as soon as I get everything set, it's gonna be wrong. If you turn the fade down, there you go.
Yeah, I was just trying to get it fixtured a little bit.
Because I had the same issue when I first logged in. I was like, why am I so pixelated?
That don't look right. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go with my regular one. It's all right.
I was like, why am I so pixelated? I didn't like it.
It's all
I
right.
did not like it. But,
I'm going.
and I think in order for you to also stream to your Twitch, we have to upgrade the account. So I was like, maybe not right now.
Yeah, nah, like I ain't about to pay y'all $20 a month for that. Not today.
Right. I was like, not right now.
Not today.
Not right now.
I got me bugged.
So, ladies and gentlemen, now that he's here, we can get this show on the road.
Indeed. Took us long enough. Took me long enough. I'm so sorry, y'all.
I just said you had like family and baby duties.
Yeah, we was having an important family discussion that I think was very productive.
Is it about the subject we talked about earlier this week that you were talking to me about?
It is, and like I said, I think it ended very productively. I think we were both grow from this situation now.
Okay, as long as it's going in the right direction, that's all I care about. Friends, how many of us have them? Friends.
Damn stink bugs think they can live in my house.
Oh, bro, listen, bro.
I just never understand how they keep getting in.
Who you telling, dog? Because I promise you, even when I was overseas, house locked up, everything shut down.
Right, doors locked. All that.
Where did you come from?
How? When?
When did you get here, dog? You don't pay rent.
at all.
You don't pay not a nickel.
Like at least with the spiders, at least they work. At least they get some of the bugs out the way. Like
right.
you just in here making a whole bunch of noise. Like what's wrong with you?
No reason, bro. And
absolutely none.
I'll be like, I'm like you said, the spiders symbiotic relationship. They get rid of the flies in the summer, so I'm like, you know what? As long as you stay in your corner and you're not like in any way that's like near stuff I use on a daily.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna bother you.
As long as you're not setting up shop somewhere you ain't supposed to be setting up shop, we good. There's no problem here. However, if I go in any room and see that you just in here, just know you're gonna have to die, my guy. I'm sorry.
You're gonna have to die, bro.
Either you're gonna have to die, or I'm gonna have to remove you from my home. Eviction notice is in the mail.
It's like today is the day you die, bro. Today is the day you die. And I just can't with it.
At all. I just can't do it. Can't do it.
No. Nah. But so it's Saturday. And
that it is.
We got honestly 2 big days of football coming up, both tomorrow and Monday.
Indeed we do.
I want to address Monday first because Monday is the finale for college football season. So, with that in mind, I gotta say, did the semifinal games go the way you wanted or go the way you expected?
They went almost exactly how I wanted them to. Because I wanted people to know, because like in my mind, the whole time I'm watching these games go down, it's like, and y'all said they deserve to be there. It's like, and y'all said
Georgia fan, he's sitting there like they deserve to be here over us. He's like, I know you're sitting there as a Georgia fan, just like, so they deserve to be there over us.
You ain't wake him up, did you?
Ooh.
Not him shuffling around.
He's got to make himself known.
That's exactly what I do though. I'll go in, I'll hear him. Just sit there. Let me just
go mosey on out of there.
Back. Just hold on. Oh, is he? Dang.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is fatherhood for a podcaster.
I mean, if you want to bring him, if you want to bring him on, that's happening. I am trying to find a way. Nah, just in the chat ain't gonna work. Either way. So menu eats up. Which is fine, because he's been asleep for about easily 2-3 hours. He's been asleep for a minute.
He ate.
So it was about time for him to wake up.
I don't blame him. But you said I don't even. Do I want to know?
I could only imagine. Yeah.
Tears running.
Mm-hmm. I know you look so done.
Hello there, sir.
He's like, why?
Well, he's now making his first podcast appearance. Little one, what did you think of the college football games?
He said I was asleep.
I don't know. He looked like he's speaking for himself.
Bruh. I understand you tired with life, ain't you? Oh, what you done did to your face, bro? Man.
He probably scratched it up in his sleep.
Probably. Or doing something else.
But the games went the way you wanted. And you said they deserved As a Georgia fan, do you think y'all would have gave him a better game? Who do you think y'all would have played, and do you think y'all would have won?
Georgia would have gave Washington a better game. At least the Michigan and Alabama game came down to literally the last second. Sure, Washington and Texas did too, but it came down because Washington just kind of let that happen.
That was the other thing. I felt like Washington's play calling got way too conservative at the end.
Yo, speaking of that, right? So I even agreed with another post I saw the other day about Alabama's last play call. What are you doing running a quarterback draw?
I don't agree with
fourth down on like the 10-yard line.
Here's
I understand it's been working up until that point, but they expect you to do that. They knew you were going to do that.
Here's my thing, and speaking of, because Nick Saban said they had been running that all year. I'm looking at it like this. You are on the 3-yard line to start. Like, that's where you're snapping the ball. And you're in shotgun. That puts you, like you said, that puts your quarterback on like the 7 to 8 yard line. That is a long 8 yards to run a draw play.
Right.
In any capacity. Yes.
Boop.
That is like, I didn't agree with it. If they had ran like a jet sweep or ran an option to the outside, that would have made more sense to me. But a draw play in that situation, and then Nick Saban said, "Oh, we just missed a block." I watched that play over like 22 times, and every time nobody missed a block. Their lineman just got beat, and Michigan's D line collapsed the mesh point.
Yeah, they blew that up from Jump Street. Like, there wasn't no missed block anywhere. Dude just lost. That left guard and left tackle just lost. Period.
They lost, and then Michigan's D line just said, you know, we collapse in the middle. If y'all go into the outside, y'all go into the outside, and that's on our linebackers at that point.
Exactly.
So
because it's 4th and goal, you need a touchdown. Everybody say goodbye to Mini-Wheat. He's gone now.
Goodbye, little one.
And my wife is childish.
Man, you put a ring on her finger.
You know what's funny? I just said that to her like 5 minutes ago. I told her, like, I was saying, my wife is childish. He's like, you put a ring on it. I'm like, hey, you know what? I just said the same thing to her 5 minutes ago.
I called you a whole child.
Like, you put a ring on the finger, bro. Like, you chose that. You chose forever with that woman. That childish woman.
I did. It's been a fun time. I ain't gonna lie. But
I personally, with the Michigan game,
you can watch live PA.
I'm gonna say this.
Just don't make it too loud.
Play it on that.
Yeah. See, I'll have to throw you out the house. Just for the disrespect.
I'm gonna say this. The games went the way I expected, not the way I wanted. And I've told you this. I wanted the games to be a blowout. Just to I wanted Michigan and Washington to blow out Alabama and Texas. More so Texas to get blown out than Alabama, if I'm being honest. Just to prove to the committee that they made such a bad decision. I wanted the committee to look flat out stupid, being like, oh yeah, Texas deserved to be in over Florida State. And then the Texas team you put in gets blown out. And truth be told, like you said earlier, Washington allowed Texas to get back in that game. Like, when they blew it open to 31, I want to say it was like 31-17 at one point. I was like, oh, bro, I was like, do not let off the gas. Step on their neck right now. Y'all need, like, everything is for touchdowns. Like, we are not sitting here playing conservative anymore. You are trying to step on their neck and keep them from getting any momentum. Because if they do that in the third, I don't even think it gets close like that in the fourth, to where it comes down to a fade in the back of the end zone.
And that's the thing. It doesn't. At that point, it doesn't, because you are up well enough. The defense is doing great. Offense is clicking. Like Penix Jr. is doing exactly what everybody thought he was supposed to do, and the reason why they thought he should have had the Heisman to begin with. Like, everything is clicking. and then you decided, okay, I'm gonna be conservative for the last half of the third going into the fourth. Now you're only up by a touchdown, or really, yeah, you're up by a touchdown, if that much.
You were like 4 or 5.
With like 13, with like 30, 40 seconds left on the game, and you have to make one stop to make sure that you don't lose this game.
When I tell you, bro, one, the fact that Washington didn't try to go for the field goal to put them up 8, that scared me. I was like, I get it's a deep field goal, but I'll take that right now over whatever y'all trying to do. And then the very first play, they let Texas go deep over the top to get into opponent territory. I said, dog, don't lose like this. Don't lose like this, bro. Don't lose like this.
Because if y'all do it, boy, it's gonna be sad.
I was like, if y'all do, I'm gonna be upset. I will give credit where credit is due. Washington ate their pride and switched their corners for that last drive on number 5 on Texas.
Mm-hmm.
So you seen the clip where like the receiver, he beats dude on the first like end zone pass, and he starts yelling at the sideline to like throw me the ball, and then he bosses dude the next play.
Yeah, bro.
That the next drive, that game-winning drive that Texas tried to do, they switched the corners, and it wasn't the same dude that was guarding him. It was a different dude that deflected the pass. I said, thank y'all for eating your pride and be like, no, bro, you got beat the last time. We're not letting you get beat again. We're putting another corner on them. Like bump pride at this point, bro. We trying to win. You got burnt. Like, but also, shout out to the Harbaugh family having a good year this year.
They're having a hell of a year.
Having a hell of a year this year.
Baltimore's number 1 in the league.
And you got the little brother in the national championship. I said, Lord.
Hey.
So,
because I ain't gonna lie, up until really last season, I didn't really have a whole lot of faith in Harbaugh in Michigan at all.
Oh no.
Because like they were struggling, like for me, for a Harbaugh team like that, they were struggling way too much for me to be like, oh yeah, no, y'all gonna be good. No, you won't.
No.
I saw it was only gonna be Ohio State for the next 6 years.
To be honest, I thought, like, I think it was the 3rd time they played Ohio State. I said, if Harbaugh don't beat Ohio State this time around, he's getting fired.
Yeah, that's it.
Because it was like 3 or 4 years in a row that they had lost. And I'm like, bro, that's the only team that's keeping you from making the CFP. Y'all are beating Penn State. The other side of the Big Ten ain't really a threat to any of y'all. It's Ohio State that's in your way.
That's facts. Like, if you don't beat Ohio State, you're not gonna get to another. You're not gonna get to a championship. It's just not gonna happen.
Just not. And so I was just like, they're doing better now. I will say this though, and I'm gonna ask you, how do you see the game playing out on Monday? Who you got winning?
So I definitely see Michigan giving Washington more of a challenge than what they got from Texas. I definitely see that happening. I'm gonna say Michigan by 3.
Michigan by 3?
I'm gonna say Michigan by 3. I want Washington to get it, but I'm gonna say Michigan by 3.
What you saying? 21-24, 27-24?
I'm gonna say it's gonna be
28-31.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be 37-34.
Ooh, you got a high scoring game.
It's 2 high scoring offenses.
I can see that.
Because the only way Washington's really gonna win it is if they stop Michigan's run game and just like how Alabama stayed in the game and force Michigan to make minute mistakes. Because there was one play during the Alabama-Michigan game where they had a flea flicker. Dude was butt naked. Had dude tossed the ball like he should have, and McCarthy was able to get it clean, there was nobody touching that guy for about another 15, 20 yards. They would have been on the 10-yard line in 2 plays.
Tread.
It's like, but they had two mess ups on flea flickers, and that's like their bread and butter plays.
Who, Bama?
So like, Michigan.
Ah,
yeah, Michigan had two like big mess ups on like flea flickers that they use a lot, and it's been their big game play, their big time plays for them most of the time, and they were both like bad tosses when both of them happened. So,
okay, I say. And I think I said this in my other video, but I have Michigan winning 34-30 on the last, like, they're like kind of on like a last minute drive or a 2-minute drill type of situation.
Okay, I can see that too.
I do. If Washington wins, I will not be mad. Like I said, either team that wins, I'm okay.
Yeah,
I am perfectly content. I'm gonna look at it and be like, I'm satisfied because both teams are deserving. But if I have to make a decision right now, you're telling me who I got my money on. I got my money on Michigan, but not by much, like 4 points.
Right.
I got 4 points.
You know what I thought was wild, especially for the Texas game?
What's up?
Did you know they focused almost all press on Archie Manning?
Oh yeah, and the starting quarterback didn't have nobody, and they showed that photo. I saw that.
I'm like, one, y'all disrespectful. That's first thing. Two, I get that there's been this narrative about Archie Manning possibly transferring from Texas to somewhere else because of playing time and so on and so forth. That doesn't make any difference. The reason why, because one, I didn't see Archie Manning transferring anyway, because old dude that was behind Ewers left anyway. He transferred out anyway.
I was about to say, ain't the Texas quarterback a senior anyways? He about to dip?
No, he's coming back.
Oh,
that was part of the reason why they were they thought that he was going to transfer, because Ewers said he was coming back for another season. They had Murphy behind Ewers, so they thought, okay, because the fact that he's going to end up being a third string quarterback for another season,
he's gonna leave.
We can see that he's going to leave to go somewhere else because he has starter potential elsewhere, which I get. But my thing is, it's not going to happen because Ewers is going to he got one more season. Archie's a freshman. Like, dude got another 3 seasons. Dude behind Ewers wasn't good enough to really win you any games. So Archie was going to end up, well, I'm not going to say he's not good enough to win you games, but he's not good enough to get you back in the same position you're in now.
No,
at least not in Texas's offense. He could probably do it somewhere else, but he's not doing it in Texas. So what was going to end up happening anyway, Archie was going to beat him out for the starting spot after next season anyway. So I don't really see the reason why he would have left.
I definitely don't get why Archie left. I heard some people saying like, oh, he's going to go to the SEC. And I saw a comment that followed up. It's like, dummy, Texas is going to the SEC next year. Why would he just, like why would he even go? And I laughed because I was like, I mean, man's ain't wrong. Man's ain't wrong. But
I mean, heck, anything can happen. Because remember, number 1 rated quarterback in the nation was locked in at Georgia up until last week or the week before. Now he's going to Nebraska.
Y'all lost him?
Yeah, he switched over to Nebraska with Matt Rule.
Come back, kid. I'm telling you now, as a Panthers fan, come back. Go anywhere. Go anywhere else, bro. I'm telling you now. Go to Oklahoma. Go to Texas Tech. Go anywhere, dog. I'm telling you now. That's not going to be beneficial for you. This is coming from a Panthers fan. I'm telling you now, bro.
Because, like, sure, it still works out for us because Carson Beck's coming back for another season. Great, and Carson Beck's is a good quarterback. Now, it doesn't help that Brock Vandagriff is leaving, but the guy behind him, Gunnar Stockton is actually solid and a better runner. So like he's one of those guys that looks like what Stetson Bennett looks like running, but he has a better pass. He's a better passer than Bennett was, but he's also as mobile as Bennett was.
Okay.
So like we still got a good backup, and I think we still got a couple of quarterbacks coming in anyway. But it would have been great to have Ray Liotta. Like, it would have been great to have the number one guy. Nah, what's happening?
Nah, but
I did hear like the number one recruit in the nation committed to LSU today. Instead of going to Colorado or Alabama. I'm like, shoot. I mean, it works out.
I mean, yeah, it does work out. And to tie it back to Arch, I think Arch also doesn't want to leave because he doesn't want to be associated with kind of that ego, like I'm a Manning, I'm better than anybody.
Right.
Especially how we all know how his uncle Eli pulled that on draft day.
Bro,
I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to be associated with that.
I'll say this on draft day. In Eli Manning's defense, San Diego was dumb. San Diego traded for Ryan Leaf. Y'all wanted Ryan Leaf over Eli Manning.
No, that was Peyton. That was Peyton they wanted.
That was a Peyton Manning trade for Ryan Leaf?
No, so the Peyton Manning draft was the one they drafted. They drafted Ryan Leaf over Peyton Manning. Eli was the one where he got traded to San Diego for Phillip Rivers.
There we go. I mean, and Phillip was fine. Phillip was fine, but he wasn't a Super Bowl quarterback.
He was fine, but the thing about Phillip was, Eli told y'all, I don't want to play for you. Don't waste your draft pick on me.
He did. He did tell San Diego, no, I don't come get me. Like, leave me where I'm at.
I don't want to play for you. Leave me where I'm at. San Diego said, the fuck you think you are?
He's like, San Diego said, bet.
And then not only that, Eli's like, I'm not coming there. Hey, New York, call him.
Draft me. Somebody call him. Get a trade happening right now.
Now. But
they was like, bet. Drafts him anyway. He's like, nah, trade me right now.
But now that you speak about that, though, that is crazy that San Diego had an opportunity to draft both Manning brothers and fumbled both Manning brothers.
Listen, I just saw a video talking about the worst trades in NFL history. Bruh, do you know the amount of crap San Diego gave up for Ryan Leaf?
What?
They gave up, I think, 2 first rounders.
Is it more than what we gave up for Bryce?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
If I remember right, yeah. Hold on.
Whoa there, sir. Hold up. What you mean?
So remembering everything the Chargers traded in order to draft all-time bust Ryan Leaf. So let's see here. Because they traded up from number 3 to number 2.
That was it?
Yeah, they were like number 3.
Bro, what?
So they weren't going to get Peyton Manning anyway.
Peyton went after Leaf, though.
Didn't Peyton go number 1? I think Peyton went number 1, didn't he?
Doesn't
matter. Either way,
what happened? I'll look this up. You tell me what they came over for Ryan Leaf.
They swapped first-round picks with the Cardinals, but in order to seal the deal, they gave up a second-round pick that year. They gave up 99's first-rounder. So, yeah, they gave up a second-round pick and a first-round pick in the following draft to the Arizona Cardinals for Ryan Leaf.
Yeah, you're right. Peyton did go number 1 overall.
I thought so. So, yeah, they gave up a 98 first-rounder, a 98 second-rounder, and a 99 first-rounder.
Okay, so that's not as much as what we gave up for Bryce.
I'm thinking of what the Saints gave up to get Ricky Williams.
There it
they
is.
Gave up their entire draft class for Ricky Williams.
Huh?
Bruh.
Come again?
Bruh. They gave up. Hold on.
Run that by me one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, and this is why you don't do cocaine.
Saints traded their first round, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th round picks in the 99 draft, and their 1st and 3rd rounds in the 2020 and the 2000 draft. Just for the Redskins' 5th overall pick in the 99 draft to get Ricky Williams.
Where were the Saints at before they gave up that pick? Like, where were they originally slated?
It don't matter to me.
No, it do, but I want it do. I just want. I feel like this will escalate how even more ridiculous this is. Where were they originally expected to be?
Whoo, buddy. Because let's see where they were. Because they made that. They were 12th.
So hell no.
So they had the 12th pick.
Hell no.
Listen, bro, they had the 12th pick, the 71st, 107th, 144th, 179th, 218th. And then in the 2000s draft, they had the 2nd round pick. They had the 2nd overall pick in the 2000s and the 64th pick.
Oh my God. Y'all gave up 7 draft picks. Okay. I thought what Carolina gave up was stupid. New Orleans, y'all got to hold that L forever and a day. Y'all got to hold that L. That's stupid as hell.
And that was if I remember right, that was like the last season Mike Ditka was the coach for the Saints thing.
I bet. When the GM did that, I guarantee you Mike Ditka was done. I guarantee you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was fired.
Not even fired. He purposely got himself fired. Say what you want.
He was fired. Ricky Williams played for the Saints for like 3 years, got traded to Miami, and the rest is history.
Oh my God. Nah.
Got traded to Miami to become one of the best running backs in NFL history.
That's crazy. Oh.
And what I find is wild about that whole situation was you could tell Mike Ditka saw what Ricky Williams was going to be, but you ain't get Ricky Williams at the right time for him to be that. And by the time it mattered, it was too late. You had to get rid of it.
Mike Ditka was commentating, probably kicking over in his grave, mad as hell.
Oh, you know he was pissed.
Not even in his grave. He was just kicking in the commentator booth, just mad.
You know he was livid because you know he was looking at Ricky playing in Miami. Like, first of all, where was this?
You know what I gave up? You know what I lost?
Like,
you know what I lost to get here?
Not even that. You know the magazine cover I had? The ESPN magazine cover that I had because of you? We were married, my guy. That Jank said for better or for worse, my guy. They had you in a wedding dress. I was in a tux. And this is what you do? You wait until now? How dare you? How dare you embarrass me in such a way?
What's that movie? What's that movie with Taraji P. Henson where that happened? Where like her and the dude like were married or whatever, and he put all his I want to say it's like acrimony or something like that.
Oh,
where she basically funded the dude's like I guess business for years, and then when they got a divorce, there it is. And then when they got the divorce, he paid her back everything that she had put into it because he finally blew up.
I can't remember what that movie.
I want to say it's alimony. I want to say
it might have been.
I want to say that's the movie.
Let's see.
I want to say that's the movie that happened. But overall, bro, it's been great. Speaking of another transfer that's wild, did you see Tua's brother is transferring again?
No, I didn't see that.
Tua's brother is transferring again.
Oh no! So the movie is called Acrimony.
There it is.
And to you, acrimony might have been the right word anyway. But yeah, so no, I didn't see that he was transferring.
Yeah.
I know Ohio State starting quarterback transferred. And then I think the quarterback from Kentucky transferred to Ohio State.
Yeah, because he's entered the transfer portal trying to get a 6-year eligibility and leave after leaving I guess Maryland or something again. Yeah, he's leaving.
I mean, good for him, I guess, but
I'm like, why?
That's what I think. There are sometimes
when I'm looking at these transfers and I'm just like, why? It's kind of like how DJ is transferring again.
Yeah, but he's coming to
Florida. I want to say
Florida, wouldn't it? I think it's like I think it's Florida. Yeah, it's Florida.
It's Florida because I want to say it's Florida because I think they also play Clemson this year, or it's Florida State. It's Florida State.
Yeah,
that's what it is. It's Florida State.
Oh, yeah, nope, yep. There it is.
It's Florida State because they're playing against Clemson this year, and we were talking about that.
Because they said I think it was I think they said Travis was the one that helped them bring him in too.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jordan Travis was the reason why he came over there.
It was like I was like, oh. And as a Clemson fan, I looked at that. I was like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I already know what DJ's best game is gonna be. It's gonna be against us. If he doesn't have, this is the game he's gonna have like his career best game, and we just gonna have to be like, can we stop the rest of your teammates though? Like you can have a great game, but
I don't care about the latest. I want just all of them.
I ain't with it. All right, so along with college football, we got NFL football. As you know, as I know. And it is week 18. Week 18. So you know what that means. It's make or break for the playoffs, baby.
Listen, don't even get me started.
And I want to go over with some playoff clinching scenarios for you that are on the horizon. I think
so before we get into it. Because I do remember that Trevor Etienne from Florida transferred to Georgia.
Oh, yeah. Etienne's little brother.
Let's see. Marvin Jones Jr. from Georgia transferred to Florida State. Malik Murphy from Texas transferred to Duke.
Why? Why would you go to Duke, though? What? Will
Howard from Northwestern transferred to Ohio State.
Okay.
Damani Jackson from USC transferred to Alabama. Riley Leonard from Duke went to Notre Dame.
I mean, at least you're in the same conference, even though Notre Dame doesn't.
Essentially, he stayed in the same conference. Because there's another guy.
Notre Dame, I'm talking to you. Get in the conference, bro. I'm sick and tired of this independent bullshit.
Listen.
Anyhow.
So yeah, Julian Fleming transferred from Ohio State to Penn State. Kept that one in there. Quincy Wiggins went from LSU to Colorado.
Speaking of Colorado, I'm hoping Colorado is like in the CFP next year.
Listen, if they can get that line together,
I'm hoping they're in the CFP next year. I really do. I want.
Kyle McCord, the quarterback from Ohio State, he's going to Syracuse. It looks like. Right. Listen, a lot of these, I feel like they do these transfers because of whatever their major was.
I feel like they're doing this
master's program for them. I don't know.
I feel like some of these transfers, they're doing it they're going to like low schools where they know they're guaranteed to start.
Probably. I don't even know, bro.
Weird.
We did get Xavier McLeod from South Carolina, though, that D lineman.
I was about to say, I heard that name before.
Yeah, he from DJ went from that to Florida State. Will Rogers, who I don't know where he came from.
Hey, anywhere that's not part of Steve Rogers.
Listen, my guy.
Listen.
All right, let's go. About these
All right, my boy. So let me pull this up real quick. Haha. All right. Can you see it?
That I can.
Yeah, all right. Cool. So
I don't like our playoff odds. Our playoff odds are trash.
So funny enough.
Because we ain't making playoffs.
No, you can. You can.
Me of absolutely no faith.
You can. Listen. Speaking of, let's look at y'all playoff chances. All y'all need to make the playoffs. Wait, what? Where'd it go?
We need. I would say. I know we need
There it
y'all to
is.
win.
There it is. This is all y'all need, bro. All y'all
But
need.
we need y'all to beat Tampa Bay. That's not gonna happen.
Wow.
It's not gonna happen. It's not.
Wow, sir.
Because what's gonna happen is Tampa Bay is probably gonna play the best game they've ever played all year. By some miracle, Antoine Wilford's gonna have like 4 sacks and 2 interceptions.
Your playoff hopes are determined by us, and you don't want to have faith in us.
Listen, all I know is what's probably if it happens, like I would love Carolina to win this game, and not even just because of the playoffs, just because y'all need the confidence boost.
Not because we need the confidence.
Because y'all need the confidence boost.
You're not wrong.
And on top of that, Chris Tabor needs another reason to stay head coach.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
Because ever since he took over, y'all look so much better.
Oh, we already apparently rumor has it is Scott Federer, our GM's getting fired after this year. I'm like, about time.
As he should be. As
a fan, about time. But apparently, so y'all need us to beat Tampa, and y'all just got to hold serve against New Orleans. New Orleans needs to beat y'all or tie with y'all, and for Tampa to lose to us.
Either way, both of us need Tampa to lose.
That's the crazy part. Both of y'all need us to beat Tampa.
Like crazy.
Both of y'all need us to beat Tampa.
And I'm gonna go ahead and get into the nitty-gritty of this, right? One, in either situation, I honestly hope Arthur Smith gets fired. In either situation. And not because I think he's been I think he's been bad at what he's doing. I think he's been bad at it. I'm not saying nothing that 90% of the fan base ain't already said.
Hot mic of the week.
I'm not saying nothing that 90% of the fan base ain't already said. Not when he came in, what saved him his first year was Matt Ryan. Because the offensive line was trash. Matt Ryan just made stuff happen. Dude was getting hit every play.
Sounds like every quarterback in Carolina for the last 5 years.
Basically, exactly that. Then he comes in last year. What saves him last year was we had a run game that was one of the best in the league.
Woo!
Because think about it, because Tyler Algier had over 1,000 yards. Cordero Patterson was running like nobody's business.
Bijan Robinson, you kind of screwed me over in some fantasy points, so you go at the run.
No, don't get on Bijan for this. Don't get on Bijan for this. Because once again, this is what I'm gonna get to with the Arthur Smith situation. Because one, you had Kyle. Think about it, and even then, the year with Matt Ryan, Kyle Pitts had 1,000 yards receiving. He broke rookie records for tight end for receiving. And with Matt Ryan, you come in the next year, you pick up Marcus Mariota to be your starting quarterback. Then you run him for 13 weeks. 13 weeks of Marcus Mariota.
Mariota ain't horrible.
And I'll agree, he's not horrible. He's not the worst option.
I hope you know. The same way I got a screenshot, a still of me, I'm stealing that. Like, that is going to be a still photo, bro. That is a 2024 meme.
I agree. He's not the worst option. However, when your accuracy is on 40%, 90% of the season,
okay.
When your deep ball is automatic interception, and most of your big plays is you having to scramble and run for yards, it's a problem.
Okay.
It's a problem.
You got me there. I'll give you that.
The other problem is we come in, and so we go into that season. and unfortunately for Kyle Pitts get hurt. It is what it is.
But even before,
like he gets hurt with I think it was like an ACL thing.
Oh,
comes back, and like I said, you go into it like sure. Even before that, he's not getting the production that he had the year before. But then again, you also don't have the same caliber of quarterback that you had the year before. Then you come in this next year, you got Desmond Ridder. You end up letting your quarterback's coach go. And then you wonder why your second-year quarterback can't develop or read plays, none of that. Because you're not giving him plays that make sense. You're not giving him plays with enough options to where, okay, if I can't hit the deep ball, I at least have check downs here, and here. You're like, you got points where you had Kurt Warner critiquing your play calling, and you said Kurt Warner, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, don't know what he's talking about.
Two Super Bowl appearances too.
2 Super Bowl appearances.
1-1.
At least one
ring. Honestly, I think he should have won 3 because didn't they? Nah, that was the Titans who lost that one.
That was the Titans that lost that one.
That was the one Kurt won. That was the Super Bowl Kurt won.
Yeah, because Kurt won that one against the Titans, and then he should have beat the Steelers. He should have had 2.
I still say Holmes did not get his feet down. I don't care who you. If it was Antonio Holmes or Hines Ward, I look at that play every time. I say
his feet look like that to me.
Exactly. It's not. Steelers fans gonna hate me for that one, but I say what I say.
But it is what it is. So you have quarterback after quarterback after quarterback critiquing your play calling because you're running 3 receivers 20, 30 yards downfield with no underneath option, wondering why he's not making these passes. And then when these quarterbacks are critiquing you, you're basically telling them that they don't know what they're talking about. Then you're constantly the one you're the one making the calls. You're calling your own plays. Like you're not letting you don't have an offensive coordinator to make play calls. You're doing it. You're the offensive coordinator.
Listen, you don't know.
And you want my biggest thing is if you didn't want a quarterback's coach, then you should have gotten a quarterback that's more developed than Desmond Ridder, to be honest. Because nothing against Dez. Dez has made some good plays, but the other problem is he has this habit of trying to make a play or trying to force plays when he don't need to, which loses them games. Because even right now, he has the highest turnover rate in the red zone of any other quarterback in the league at this point, if I remember right. The man's had 8 turnovers at least in the red zone alone.
Well,
out of 18 turnovers.
Would you rather? You know what? I can't even say that. Because I was about to say, would you rather have the most sacks or the most turnovers? But then I'm like,
I'd rather you be sacked.
I'd rather
take the sack.
I thought about it myself. I was like, nah, Bryce, I'll probably take sack.
So I would rather take the sack because I would rather take the sack than you turning the ball over on the 20-yard line or shorter.
At least it's like a punt.
Like
that's the only positive I can make out of that. Is it bad?
I mean, yeah,
absolutely.
At least they're basically punts. But the other problem is if your defense has been out on the field so often,
they're tired, and
they're tired because you've had several games where the defense just couldn't make a play to end the game, which I can't knock them because they've been the best part of the Falcons all season. Jesse Bates leads the league in interceptions, I think, but either him or dude from Dallas.
You're not wrong.
Like Jesse Bates has had more interceptions this season than he's had at any season in Cincinnati. And remember, he was still one of the highest rated safeties in the league in Cincinnati.
Side note, speaking of Cincinnati, where Eli Apple at? I ain't heard nothing from him.
Oh, listen, Jake Browning is low-key winning games.
Jake Browning winning games, but I'm just saying, where that corner Eli Apple? I ain't heard nothing about him in a minute.
Exactly.
But I can agree
because he's Eli Apple.
I can agree that as you being a Falcons fan, I can see your points and why you think Arthur Smith should be fired because it's one of those things where they're not putting you in the right position, your players in the right positions to develop and grow. And
a lot of the problem that we have had as a fan base who follow them is that you're not utilizing your weapons correctly. Because this even got to the point where now CP is pissed off because he's not being used.
Yeah.
Like you gave this man his own special position, but don't do nothing with it.
That is true, because even when he's on the field, I'll be confused on what he plays. Because I'm like, you wear number 84, but you line up like a running back, but you're built like a tight end. I don't know what you do, sir.
That's the thing. Well, they gave him this whole position by the name of Joker. They gave him this Joker position and literally listed that as Joker on the roster. He's the only person in this position because he's able to be put anywhere on the field. But you see him in games at maybe 12 plays max a game. And he'll probably get the ball 4 out of those 12 times. Like you went all off season talking about how you had planned to use him more and use him more versatilely, but you don't do anything with it. You did the same thing with Bijan Robinson. Bijan Robinson had several stretches of this season where he got the ball maybe 6 times, or when he did get the ball, there was in a bad situation. Like, dude, we had a whole safety earlier this season because you decided to run a zone stretch on our own 2-yard line. Yeah, that same look you got is the same look I had.
What?
Then we had another one when you decide to run a play action rollout on the 1-yard line against Tampa Bay, knowing good and well Antoine Winfield is about to come off the edge blitzing like a motherfucker.
I ain't gonna lie. Antoine Winfield going ball out because that man been balling out for my fantasy team alone. That dog always give me like 12 minimum.
Dude's been balling this year. He's at a point, like his stats right now are at a point where only 4 other players have had the stat line that he has in NFL history. James Harrison being one of them. Exactly.
Wild.
Exactly.
Wild.
And you thought doing a play action on the 2-yard line, knowing that he's going to be coming downfield, it was going to happen. It was guaranteed.
Tragic.
Come on, bro.
Tragic. But so I don't have you reminiscing and just
popping a blood vessel on live camera.
Popping a whole blood vessel. Let's look at some of these other playoff scenarios, because I don't need you having a heart attack on live, and then people gonna look at me and say I'm just an evil person.
Don't worry, I'm good. I ain't about to have no heart attack on no camera. Not over this.
Not on camera.
Not over this.
All right. So we know the Ravens got the number 1 seed. Kansas City already got the West. Cleveland got a playoff berth. Shout out to Joe Flacco and them boys.
I'm about to say with Flacco.
And Miami got a playoff berth.
Right.
This Buffalo situation is the weirdest situation to me.
Buffalo shouldn't even be in this situation.
They shouldn't. They should not.
Buffalo shouldn't even be in this situation.
Let's look at it. Like Buffalo, they clinched the AFC East with a win.
Yeah.
But then it's like they get the playoffs if they tie, or Pittsburgh loses, or Jacksonville loses, or Houston and Indy tie. But here's the bad part. They even said there is a potential where if Buffalo loses, and I think Pittsburgh wins and Jacksonville wins, and Houston and Indy end however they end, Buffalo's eliminated from the playoffs entirely.
I'm about to say because Pittsburgh will get their spot, wouldn't it?
I think so. But it's like a situation where Buffalo is essentially, it's like you win, you're the 2 seed. If you lose, you're potentially out.
And on top of that, unfortunately for Buffalo, they got to win this weekend.
They got to win.
They got to win because the Steelers won. Steelers won 17-10.
Wait, did they just play?
Yeah, they played today.
I didn't even know they played.
Yeah, but now I say now
that hurts my fantasy. Hold up.
Hold up. One Lamar Jackson ain't play.
Still.
Because they said they had Tyler Huntley playing. And nothing against Huntley. Like Huntley can manage a game for you, but
oh my God.
Anytime stuff like that happens, I automatically expect them to lose. If they win, they win. Great.
God dang it. I should have played Pittsburgh's defense.
Oh yeah, because like I said, they were playing against Tyler Huntley.
Justin Tucker gave me 4 points as a kicker. Crap.
Dang, they didn't need Justin Tucker for nothing today, did they?
Crap.
Well, yeah, because he only scored 10 points.
I'm scared now. Okay, so you got that. Houston, shout out to CJ Stroud and them boys for being in this position. I'm gonna give them credit because I'm gonna be honest. I looked at, like I told you earlier this year, to me, Houston was in the same situation as us, but they just have better coaching than we did.
Mm-hmm.
And Houston has been able to turn it around, and they are in playoff contention. So shout out to them.
I'm about to say Houston's playing right now.
It's like they win. If they win and Jacksonville loses, or Jacksonville has a tie, they're in. They win the AFC South. Jacksonville, y'all gotta. I want Jacksonville to win so bad, low key. Because I want Trevor and Etienne and them boys. I feel like Jacksonville deserves it. I feel like Jacksonville deserves that some love.
First of all, I didn't like any of what just happened. Oh,
what'd you do?
I didn't do anything. Like this. This Uno fell off the thing.
Like I want
you hear me say what the hell?
I heard it. I didn't see it.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Like I want Jacksonville to win.
Benched.
I want Jacksonville to win just because I want Etienne and Lawrence to get more playoff experience. And low-key, I don't want the Colts to win, but here's the reason why. I want them to win behind Anthony Richardson.
I mean, I get that.
That's the reason why. I don't want them to go this year without Anthony Richardson.
And you know what? The only reason why I don't agree with you, is because I can also give Gardner Minshew his like redemption tour.
Oh, I'm not saying Gardner ain't that dog. Like Gardner is definitely worth it. I just like the way Anthony Richardson was playing.
Facts.
And I feel like I feel like if they go without him, all of a sudden over the offseason, some commentators are going to come out, oh, do they really need Anthony Richardson going forward? He's going to start getting unfair criticism because is he injury prone, X, Y, and Z? How much longer can he like sustain himself? Blase.
I can see that being the argument because they did the same thing to Lamar when he got hurt those 2 seasons. But at least with Lamar, he was hurt for 2 seasons. I think the difference between him and Anthony Richardson would be Anthony Richardson up until the point that shoulder injury happened was balling. Absolutely. Like nobody can deny that Anthony Richardson looked better than they even expected him to be before he got into the league.
Anthony, he was a rookie this year, right?
Yeah. Like I said, they expected him to be a game manager that was going to take a whole lot of hits and try to figure out how to be a better passer. But when he came in, he looked better than everybody expected him to look.
If I'm putting this out here now, Anthony Richardson, if he had played the whole season, wins Offensive Rookie of the Year, or at least he was the best quarterback in this year's.
He would have been in the voting because CJ Stroud probably would have beat him out.
No, I don't. I think
Stroud would have beat him.
I don't think Stroud would have beat him because Stroud and them boys came on late and just had a good amount of luck. Richardson was doing that from the jump.
Nah, I can't say that because think about it. Up until what, week 10 or 11, Stroud didn't throw an interception for almost 10 straight weeks.
But what was their win-loss record?
They were in the hunt all season long.
No, they weren't. I'm telling you now they weren't.
They were.
I promise you they weren't. Hold up.
They were in the mix. They were in the mix in the NFC South all season long.
I mean, that's the AFC South.
That's NFC, but AFC South. They were in that mix all season long. Now, nobody expected anything great because they had no main receiver. Because nobody expected much out of Nico Collins at all. They knew the highlight they had was Harris, who they drafted for the defense, and Derek Stingley Jr. from LSU. That was the 2 highlights on that team. That and Dameon Pierce. Dameon Pierce ain't show up for like the first 3 games of the season. I guess
it's by your mix because I'm looking at it now, and as I'm looking at their schedule, it's like they lost week 1, lost week 2, 1 week 3, 1 week 4, lost week 5, 1 week 6, 1 week 7, 1 week 8, 1 week 9, lost week 10. So I'm guessing if you're saying like they were managed to stay around 500 and just kept afloat, then yes, you're right.
Yeah, because everybody figured that Houston was going to be a sub 500, was going to be maybe what 300 at best.
I said 500. I said they were going to be a 500 team.
I thought by the end of the season they might have barely made 500 by end of season, but they're in a playoff hunt now.
Yeah, like
they're one game away from getting in the playoffs at this point.
Nobody
thought Houston was going to be a playoff team.
I didn't think they would be a playoff team. I said they were 500 at best. I said they were 500 at best, a step above us.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't have them making the playoffs. I had it going between Jacksonville and Indy. Yeah, but honestly, I had Jacksonville really clearing the AFC South.
Yeah,
I thought Indy and Houston weren't there, and then Tennessee, God knows, outside of Derrick Henry, I don't know what they got going on.
Listen,
I don't know what the fall off for Tennessee has been hard.
And even then, Derrick Henry's barely been a factor.
Derrick Henry hasn't been the same Derrick Henry. QB play there has been atrocious. Like, you trade away A.J. Brown to go get D-Hop, and I'm not saying D-Hop ain't bad.
Because D-Hop been balling.
D-Hop been balling, but he's kind of like OBJ. They're great receivers.
How much can you get out of him?
They're great receivers, but I can't get great out of them all the time like I used to be able to.
Right.
I can get great out of them a few games, but it's not every game I'm going to get.
I don't have the Houston I don't have Houston D-Hop anymore. I
don't have New York Giants OBJ.
Right.
I don't get that.
Because sure, OBJ's still making plays, but he's not making the same consistent plays you saw when he was in New York or when he was everywhere. Like, yeah.
Speaking of OBJ, apparently there's a rumor going around that this man rented out a yacht and was going to invite some receivers from Baltimore. And I saw a meme. It was like, don't get on the boat!
Don't get on the boat!
I'm looking at it like, listen, Baltimore Ravens players, if any of y'all somehow managed to come across this podcast, I'm not saying OBJ is a bad teammate, not by any standards.
Yeah,
do not get on that boat, dog.
If he offers to put you on a boat, don't do it. Stay at home.
Listen,
you know what? Go home, turn on the boating channel on your TV, and just watch other people go boating. Don't go boating with it. Don't do it.
Here's what y'all do. Y'all go to the house. Y'all get a giant pool at the house. Put on a giant screen TV, a projector, whatnot, and play the Titanic.
Facts.
There you go. There's your boating.
Or go watch. Both we gonna do.
Hey, that or go watch Step Brothers. You got boats and hoes.
Go watch. What was that damn movie with Tom Hanks?
Castaway. Go watch The Meg. Go watch The Meg.
Go watch The Meg. Go watch Sharknado. Go watch Jaws. Go watch anything. Any movie with a boat in it. Go watch Gilligan's Island.
Go watch Avatar: The Way of Water. Do whatever you can. Do not watch that
your ass on a boat before these playoffs happen.
Because I know for a fact if y'all do, and when y'all show up in that divisional game, if y'all play like ass, OBJ is gonna be dead in Baltimore in 3 days.
The boat did it. Y'all ain't gonna have that old man dancing out front of y'all stadium for no reason. Talking all that good shit.
I promise you, bro. I promise.
Ain't gonna happen. Like, because I also didn't think Indy. I also didn't imagine Indy was gonna be in the position that they're in either, especially after Anthony Richardson went down.
Oh, after he went down, I was like, "Yep, there go they play."
Because I 100% expected Jacksonville to go ahead, run through this, clinch it, no big deal. It's all said and done with. Nobody have to worry about anything. No questions asked. Jacksonville is the guaranteed playoff berth. Now you got three teams locked in to possibly be in the playoffs. So now that I'm talking about it out loud, do you not realize both the South teams both of these South conferences are having the same issue?
Yeah.
The only difference is one of them is actually competitive.
I miss the glory days when our conference or our division was the hardest division in football.
Bro, our division was crazy at one point. Now
we are mediocre.
Now we are
mediocre. You want to know what's crazy? We are who the AFC South used to be. And the AFC South is starting to be who we were.
Facts. Tell you the truth, the AFC in general is starting to be what the NFC used to be.
Bruh.
Like NFC used to be like the most competitive conference, period. Now the AFC is running away with it.
AFC is running away with that clear as day, my boy.
Like all it took was Patrick Mahomes being drafted to the AFC. Now out of nowhere, the AFC is like, you know what?
Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson,
Josh Allen.
You get those three in the same. You put all three of them in the same conference, and Joey Burrow. Can't forget Joe
Burrow.
Can't forget
like the NFC was like, we don't need quarterbacks right now.
We don't. We'll take Jalen. We're okay.
We'll take these receivers and some running backs. We don't need that. We need defense.
What is QB play?
What is quarterback?
You need that.
Exactly.
You
what is
need
quarterback?
That? Hey, you need that?
Who need that? I know I need that.
I need O-line play. I'm not gonna say I need QB play because Bryce showed me he can throw for 300 in a good game. Like when his best game, we lost. I'm mad at y'all for that. Bryce played his heart out, and we lost.
That happened to us too.
We had
a game where Dez threw for over 300 yards, I think one interception and two touchdowns, and ran for one. Lost by a field goal.
Well, but speaking of other playoff situations. We got the one. Well, the Pittsburgh Steelers need a lot of help.
I mean, look at it this way. So Mike Tomlin, let's look at it this way. Hey, at least you didn't have a losing season.
Here's the bad part. Here's what's bad about that. Mike Tomlin has gone 17 years without a losing season and could still be fired.
That's the wildest thing to me too. That's so
never had a losing season as a head coach and can be fired.
He can still be fired. But
I know Jeff Fisher, who got hired multiple times, had the most losing seasons of anybody, and people were hiring that man.
Jeff Van Gundy.
That man went to a whole different sport. Oh God, not Steve Sarkisian, bro.
Steve Sarkisian had to go to a whole different league.
Lane fucking Kiffin.
Lane Kiffin. Also had to go to a whole different league.
Bruh. I can't. But when we look at it, we got so in the NFC, most of it's clinched. The 49ers.
Congratulations to the Lions.
Oh, listen, the Lions low-key should have the number one seed. I'll stand on that. The Lions should have the number one seed because they got screwed last week.
They got screwed.
They should have the number one seed right now. Or at least they should be in a position to where them and the 49ers both have to play their starters to see who gets the number one seed.
True. I can agree with that.
Like, that was wild.
Because it don't make no sense to me that you just because even every analyst, every referent analyst, all of them said there is no need to rush through this like you did. It's a 2-point conversion. You got all day to make sure you get this right. You looked up one good time, saw the one man who said nothing to you, nothing at all. Now I'll admit. I did find out that the same guy that they counted as the one checking in checked in 2 times earlier in the game for the same reason. But you have to, but even then, even the players, everybody else said, but you have to go and say something to the ref.
But here's my thing too.
You said nothing. He said nothing to you.
Here's my thing.
All you saw him do was make a hand gesture, and you automatically labeled him as the guy that's eligible. The guy that's eligible is talking to you.
My other thing is the ref got the number wrong.
Entirely. That's what I'm saying.
He said, he said number 70 talked to me. Number 70 wasn't even near you.
Number 70
that wasn't either of the dudes that walked towards you
at all.
That's my issue.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I read a thing today about it because the guy that was counted as checked in, he said something. He had an interview and talked about it. He had said that earlier, like when you do personnel, anytime personnel comes, like you come in and inform the team what the personnel is. Their thing is this, is 12 personnel, which is your jumbo package.
Yeah.
You come in, do your jumbo package, so that way everybody else on the offense knows that's what you're doing. He has come in and checked in with the ref 2 times earlier in the game. One of those times was the Amon-Ra St. Brown touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Was it when they got the tie-in touchdown or the touchdown that was going to help them clinch this game? He came in and checked in as the 6th man on the line. He still didn't check in as an eligible person, but he checked in as the 6th man.
Yeah.
Even then, the whole setup is, and the whole rule is, if you want to be an eligible receiver, you have to check in and let the ref know, hey, I'm eligible. This man didn't do any of that. He came in, did the same this to let people know jumbo package, but he said nothing to you. 68 and 58 are the ones walking over to you for somebody to say something to you. 68 is saying to you, I'm eligible. You didn't even look in the man's direction. You saw 70 run on the field and automatically was like, 70's it. Because you're rushing this whole game. You're trying to leave. You're trying to go home. That's what's looked like to me.
And what pisses me off even more, because yes, he ran off, didn't even go to either one of them, just ran off. And what pisses me off even more is Goodell and the NFL came out and said that players have to be clear and more concise about reporting in. I'm like, how much more clear can you get than going up in a man's face?
The dude was 5 feet away from you. Saying I'm eligible.
How much more clear? Like, because here's the thing. They always say don't touch the refs. That's a penalty. Because that could be considered like everything. How much more clear do I have to be to tell you, hey, I am the guy that's coming in to be the receiver, than me be directly in your face, and then you want to run off?
It's not just were they next to you. They were literally like right next to you. You were looking this way, not even looking at the guys that are trying to talk to you at all. You're not even listening to them. But then the guy that runs on, not saying a word to you, you hear I'm eligible, and then you automatically say, oh, number 70 is eligible. You report to Dallas. You normally you hear that even over the intercom. He didn't even make the announcement.
And here's the
you just went and told Dallas, it's like, oh, Dallas number 70 is eligible, and you moved on.
And the bad part about that, Joel, and you'll agree with this, this now has playoff implications, and it
absolutely
screws a lot of stuff, because now you're in this situation where Philly and Dallas are both fighting for the NFC East and their conference and how that shapes up. Detroit could have won the number one seed, and that shakes that up. And that shakes up the order of a lot of things.
Because honestly, Detroit should have the week 1 bye, or the first, or the playoff bye.
Yeah, they should be fighting. There should be number 1 seed. If they, because them and the 49ers would have both been 12-4 going into this season.
I'll admit, Philadelphia's situation is Philadelphia's fault.
Oh no, that's Philadelphia's fault. But
because Dallas did work their way in a situation to win that division. However, it shouldn't even be that close, given how good Philadelphia's offense, or Philadelphia's entire roster is. You shouldn't even be in the situation that you're in.
Philly shouldn't.
But
be
I also
in this
blame that on
situation,
the new.
sure.
I'll blame that on the new OC, but that's just me.
I'm saying Philly shouldn't be in this situation for sure. But when I look at it, and I look at this, it's like, okay, where's Philly at? Where are they? It's like you win and Dallas loses or tie, or Dallas loses. If Dallas already loses that game last week, they're 10-6. They're not 11-5.
You wouldn't even be in the situation that you're in.
You're not even in the situation.
You wouldn't even have to worry about Dallas winning or losing. All you had to do was just win.
Because then it would have said you're in, either you win or Dallas loses. You don't need you win and Dallas loses.
Yeah, because now all Dallas has to do is just win. That's it. That is the only requirement they really need. Is all we have to do is go out and face whoever this trash team is we playing and win, which will more than likely happen. Because who are they playing?
We can show it right now. I can pull it up for you right now, my boy. Watch this. 3, 2. They play Washington.
Yeah, they are definitely winning that game.
and Philly plays the
Unless
Giants.
Washington pulls out the best performance they've pulled all year.
Hey, listen, Ron Rivera, Riverboat, right here. This probably your last game as a commander coach. Do me a favor, beat the Cowboys.
Go out with a bang.
Go out with a bang.
Go out with a bang.
Because I guarantee you about to be fired.
It's not just for us.
Not just for us. I guarantee you about to be fired, but at least go out with a bang and do it with glory.
And it's not just for us. It's for the rest of America that aren't Dallas fans. For the rest of the world that aren't Dallas fans.
Do you understand?
Please.
Ron,
please just win.
Do you understand what you can prevent for us? You can put them
I
in a
don't care
situation
how ugly of a win it is. I don't care if it's an ugly win at all. Just do it.
Beat them so they are put in a wild card position, and then they can lose in the wild card round, and we are alleviated and don't have to worry about hearing Dallas Cowboy fans.
You know what, Ron, step off to the side for a second. There's somebody else I need to talk to right now. Jacoby, I'm gonna need you to ball the fuck out. I'm gonna need you to do what we all knew you could do back in the New England days. Ball out today. Show Dallas that they came to the wrong stadium, or you don't went to. Just do the thing. Do what you please. You ain't gotta do it. Don't do it for me. You ain't gotta do it for me. Do it for all them kids that aren't Dallas fans. All the children across the globe that have to hear their Dallas friends talk. Yeah, we going to the Super Bowl. You're not going to the Super Bowl. You're not.
Hey, there's one dude. You know what? Hey, you know what, Joel? We're forgetting. There is one person on this team who has the fortitude and the mentality. If he's willing to deny haters of any glory, there's one dude on that team who could do it.
Who?
Brian Robinson. Mr. Many Men. Mr. I got shot and came back in 4 weeks. Run your ass off and run over their hopes of winning the NFC.
Not just for me, but for my fantasy team.
For America, dog.
For America.
You are the nation's capital team. Do right by us. You didn't play 50 Cent your first game back to not get rich or die trying.
So, speaking of Washington, right? Quick side note. So, I heard rumor that Washington is supposed to be possibly going to change their name again.
Red Wolves, bro. Change it to what it was originally supposed to be changed to.
There's also rumor that they're changing their name back to the Redskins because the people that originally sued them, or a whole nother group of people, were saying that, oh no, this was to honor this particular Indian chief or Native American chief, and it wasn't disrespectful. I don't know. I was confused too. I'm like, y'all sued them multiple times for this.
So y'all mean to tell me y'all went through a whole lawsuit, make this team change names, go as the football team for what was like 2 years before they could settle on a name, just to be like, oh yeah, now that y'all owner is out, like now that Dan Snyder's gone and sold the team, y'all can go back to the Redskins. Hell no. Nah. You know what that reminds you know what the NFL should tell them?
What?
You ever been sitting there with your mom and you wanted a certain food really, really badly, and then when you got it, you found out it was nasty. She told you, nope, this is what you wanted. Now you eat it. Now you just stuck in it. That's what I feel like the NFL should tell this group. Like, nah. Listen. You wanted the name changed? Now you live with it.
Like, I just look at it like this. I'm just glad that Dan Snyder's not there anymore,
bruh.
And I know the rest of them aren't either.
I swear, it felt like every week there was another like harassment lawsuit coming out of there. I swear, it felt like it was every week there was another harassment lawsuit coming out of there. I was just like, Jesus Christ.
Right.
Oh, also.
Yeah.
I know he needs a lot of help to do it, but Gino, go do the damn thing in Seattle, boy. I know y'all need a lot of help to make the playoffs, but you deserve it. Discount.
What they scenario look like? What they scenario look like?
Here's what their scenario is.
That ain't bad though.
They need they need to win and Green Bay to lose or tie. That, or they can tie the game and Green Bay can lose and Tampa Bay would have to lose or tie.
That ain't bad.
I like this scenario best, where they just win and you hoping on Green Bay losing.
Because who Green Bay got?
Green Bay had
Green Bay, so they can make playoffs.
They got
with
Chicago.
a win. So that's going to be tough because Chicago's been playing very well the last couple of weeks.
And I know Chicago fans would like to play spoiler.
Because let's see, because Green Bay, they need to win, or they need Minnesota to lose. Along with Seattle lose.
Ooh, Minnesota got the toughest road, bro.
And Minnesota would probably lose because I think they got
look,
Gerard
it's right
Hall.
Here. They got Detroit.
Yeah, because they also got Gerard Hall is supposed to be starting for them this week. That's the rookie quarterback they drafted from Penn State.
Well,
and he's not bad. He's not bad. I think if he would have had
Minnesota's road,
I think he would have come in a better situation. It'd been different.
Minnesota's road might not be as tough as it seems because Detroit's probably going to bench their players since they're already in.
Right.
But still, they need a lot of help to do it.
Yeah, because Detroit might bench a bunch of their starters, but like even then, but knowing Dan Campbell,
we're gonna bite kneecaps.
They might.
We're gonna get up. We're gonna take another chunk out of you, bro. We're gonna get up and we're gonna do it again.
You might see all of them out there. You might see the whole starting squad out there ready to go.
I ain't gonna cap. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Just if I
could play for two coaches, if I could pick my college coach, if I could go back, and I'm guaranteed to go play Division I college football, and I'm going to the NFL, and I could pick my coaches, I would go play for Dion in Colorado, and then I'll go play for Dan Campbell in Detroit.
So if I could pick, what was that? What was the name of that coach that just recently died in at Texas A&M?
Mike Leach.
I would have played for Mike Leach or Dion in college, and then I would have played for Dan Campbell in the NFL.
Dan Campbell just strikes me as like he's like energetic and passionate. He's like, we're gonna go. We're gonna go.
It'd be either Dan Campbell or Mike Daniels.
Mike Daniels would be funny. Mike Daniels is just be talking shit.
Mike Daniels don't care. He's like, listen, bro, like it is what it is. We did the thing. I'm gonna go home now.
He's like, I'm going home now. Oh, I'm running.
So what do you think? So what do you think about this play here? I mean, we threw the ball up, he caught it, scored touchdown. I mean, things worked out. Going home.
Who would you not want to play for?
Who would I not want to play for?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, like both college and NFL.
Both college and the NFL.
College. I wouldn't want to play for Jim Mora. It wouldn't. It would be either Jim Mora or Buddy from Ohio State, who's no longer coaching.
Which one? The old Ohio State coach?
Both.
Like Jim Tressel?
No, not Jim Tressel. Because he was at Florida for a while.
Urban Meyer?
There we go. Definitely not Urban Meyer. I would never play for him.
You wouldn't play for Urban Meyer?
Did you see that? Did you see the Florida documentary? Would you play for Urban Meyer?
I'll say he's not the worst coach I can play
You see
for.
how quickly that shit spiraled out of control?
I'll say he's not the worst coach I can play for.
Did you see the fact that did you see when he went to Jacksonville? He was degrading the kicker.
I did see that. Yeah,
why would you go out of your way to talk shit to the kicker? Why would you do that?
Like I said, he's not the worst dude. He's not the worst guy I can see playing for. He's not the worst guy.
But me also being a Georgia fan, I'm not playing for the Florida coach.
Yeah, what? I can see that. Like,
come on. I wouldn't play for Steve Spurrier either.
Oh, hell no, I ain't playing for Spurrier.
Like, he's not top of my list, but he's definitely I'd play for him before I play for Urban Meyer, but that's not the point.
I'm not playing for Spurrier at all.
And then NFL wise, any coach that coached for a Dallas team, and not because I don't like the coaches, just because I know
you're associated.
who the owner is.
Hey, buddy, did you get a haircut, or am I just seeing things?
Nah, his hair was washed. Now it's it's slicked back.
Slick back. It's a pimp.
It's styled a little bit.
But
if I had to choose an NFL coach, you might have to come back to me for that one.
So
I know I would also definitely want to play for Andy Reid.
Andy Reid's a good one.
100% would want to play for Andy Reid.
So if I could play college coach, like I said, I'm playing for Dion. I would have played for Oregon Chip Kelly. That seems like it would have been a fun, fast, like especially for me. You know me. That would have been. That seems like an offense that could have worked for me.
I also wouldn't have played for LSU's old coach.
Oh, Ergeron?
Yeah, I wouldn't play for him either.
Yeah. Like, coach, I wouldn't play for him in college. Lane Kiffin's definitely one of them.
Yeah, I wouldn't play for him.
I just don't like Lane Kiffin, if I'm being honest. Like, his time at USC, his time, like, I just couldn't play for him. I could not play for Lane Kiffin. And I'm not playing with any Ohio State coach. I
understand that.
You know me. I just don't rock with Ohio State. I'm not playing for any Ohio State coach. I'm just not.
I wouldn't play. So NFL wise, Mike Shanahan, I wouldn't play for. I wouldn't play for Kyle. I wouldn't play for Kyle Shanahan's dad. I wouldn't play for Mike.
I wouldn't play. I would play. We talked about Dan Campbell. I would play for Mike Tomlin.
Yeah,
Mike Tomlin, I definitely would play for. I played for Mike Tomlin. I would have played for Jim Caldwell and Tony Dungy too.
Oh yeah,
definitely would have played for them. But I would not have played for. Oh, what's his name? What's his name? We talk about him all the time. Raiders coach took over.
Roger, not Roger, but
Gruden.
John Harbaugh.
Gruden.
Yeah, John Gruden.
Gruden. I would not play for Gruden. I would not play for Gruden at all, bro. I wouldn't play for Gruden. I would not play.
I wouldn't play for Belichick either. Like, not because I don't like Belichick or not because I don't think he'd be a good coach. I think just like I don't think our personalities would.
That's another thing.
I don't think I would just fit his
I don't know if Belichick would allow me to be me.
Right. I don't think I'd be able to fit Belichick's situation.
I don't think I'd allow him to be me. But Belichick's one I wouldn't play for. I wouldn't.
Rex Ryan would be another one.
Oh, what was his name? Dang. It was on top of my head. Crazy enough. Crazy. You're gonna find this shocking when I say this. I wouldn't have played for John Fox.
No, I get that.
Even though he was Carolina's coach for years, I wouldn't have played for John Fox.
No, I get that.
A lot of people look at me
like, yeah, he was decent, but
I wouldn't have played for John Fox personally. And Jeff Fisher, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
You know, a coach that if I felt like if I was born in a different era, I would play for John Madden.
I can see that.
Because, like, if he was anything like how he used to describe how he used to do commentary.
Oh, bro, I'm just laughing the whole time. I would have played for who was it that was coaching the U back in the day? Was it Bobby? I feel like I would have played for one of the Bowden coaches.
I'm about to say Bobby Bowden.
Yeah, I feel like I would have played for him. I feel like he could have got me in there.
I'm about to say whoever that coach was for Miami in 04, I'd have played for him too.
True. But shoot, I think this is a good place to stop and whatnot. We've been going about hour and some change.
Almost two.
Many we've made 2 appearances out here today. One with the style cut. Is that bacon on your shirt, sir? Is that bacon and toast?
He's a breakfast baby.
boost, breakfast, baby, breakfast, baby. But ladies and gentlemen, hope y'all have enjoyed. Oh, wait, hold up. We got a comment in here? Wait a minute.
Do we?
Oh. Cameron put a comment. She said, it's a baby.
It's a baby.
It's a baby. But, guys, hope y'all have enjoyed this episode of As the Football Turns. Like I was saying earlier, my co-host will see, we're going to try and do this a lot more now that I'm on the right side of the world. We're in the same time zone.
Thanks.
So we should be able to do these back on a consistent basis. Maybe every week, maybe bi-weekly. We'll see how it goes because we have this podcast. We also have the Jam and Marmalade podcast.
So be on the lookout for Jam and Marmalade. Be on the lookout for ATFT. Brought to you by the Fruit of the Week and Bruh Not Brother.
It's a fruit of the month, sir.
Fruit of the week.
Wow.
Too many fruits.
How many fruits? You know what? It actually could be fruit of the week, depending on how many fruits we get to come up with. What's this?
He was looking at me like, what you talk about?
What's this? He said fruit.
Fruit of the month.
What's this week's fruit of the week?
This episode was brought to you by mangoes.
They're juicy.
Eat them. They're good for you.
They're good for you, but they hurt like a baseball if you throw them too hard.
Facts.
But yeah, be on the lookout. If y'all don't want football content, y'all just want nonsense, Jam and Marmalade is the podcast y'all really want to watch. But if you love sports and everything, this is the podcast you want to go on. With that being said, anything else to my two co-hosts right here?
Don't forget to continue to eat your mangoes. Eat fruit. Drink water. And, mind your business.
And what about you, mini co-host?
He ain't interested in y'all. He's interested in the green screen.
All right. Well, with that being said, that's all I got to say. Peace. Much love to all of y'all. We out.
Peace.